Hello, everyone. Dr. Jack Wolfson, board-certified cardiologist at Natural Heart Doctor. I apologize for starting a little bit late today. Welcome to day number 3 of this is day number 3. Happy Heart Month. I'm Dr. Jack Wolfson. Natural Heart Doctor is our company. So again, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a great conversation for today. We're going to be talking about one super duper easy tip for everyone to follow. And again, it's absolutely critical that you follow this, but again, it's easy enough for everyone to do. So jump into the comment section, say hello, let me know that you're here. And certainly, again, I appreciate you all being here. We'll be sending out a copy of today's replay for everyone. So we are live right now. It is Thursday morning, February 3rd, but this information I'm going to be telling you is applicable going forward. Don't forget, pull out your 28-day calendar. Make sure that you fill out the calendar as best as you can. You're going to send that to us. You get $50 gift certificate if you do fill out the 28 days. And then also 3 lucky winners are going to be eligible for this program with Dr. Lauren Latanza, where they get 3 tests, what we call the triple toxin test, and a review with her to look at your metals, your mold mycotoxins, and your environmental toxins. And you're going to want to know about the environmental toxins here today, because they're absolutely critical to know about the environmental toxins. So again, I appreciate all of you being here today. What I'd like to do is I'd like to do a share screen with you to talk about day number 3, why you need to go organic, why you need to eat all organic foods. So let me jump onto a share. Hello, Karen. Great to see you. Share screen. Here we go. Just a little short presentation for you on this day to see this information, and a slideshow. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, we have to go backwards here. All right. Okay. In the United States, someone has a heart attack every 40 seconds. You know this. Hundreds of thousands of heart attacks, millions worldwide, strokes, cancer, brain disease, you name it. We need to figure out why people have these illnesses. And again, pesticides and your heart is the topic of today. Why ultimately, again, I'm going to tell you to go organic, and I'll explain that more at the end. But let me just tell you about the pesticides that are used all over the world. They are sprayed onto the food. We eat the food directly, or we eat the animals who consume the pesticide-riddled foods, and now we get sickness. The pesticides are in the air, they're in the water, they're in the soil. Pesticides kill pests, they kill us, and they damage our heart. And here's an example of this massive, thousands of acres monocrop culture. And because of their farming practices, they have to douse the food and the land with these pesticides. Now check this out. This is from 2019 from the Journal of the American Heart Association. 46% higher risk of cardiovascular disease in the group exposed to the highest amount of pesticides. They looked at that from the Honolulu Heart Program. So 46%. Again, when people say, why do I have heart disease? Why did I have a heart attack? Why did I have a stroke? Take a look at that. Now, pesticides we can test for, again, there's a lot of different ones. These organochlorine pesticides, there's organophosphate pesticides. I'll tell you more about that, but take a look at these here, 2,4-D, perchlorate, and DDA. Here's organochlorine pesticides in general. This goes back to 2011, the journal Atherosclerosis. This is about pesticides leading to peripheral arterial disease, so disease in the arteries of your neck, of your arms, of your legs. And again, if there's disease there's disease in your heart. Here we look at DDT exposure leading to high blood pressure and heart enlargement. And this was in a rodent model. Again, not tons of human data on these things. Now, DDT was banned in 1972 in the United States. DDT is often thought of as one of the causes of poliomyelitis back in the 1940s and 50s. And again, it's been banned since 1972, yet we still test people for DDT in the form of the water-soluble form in the urine called DDA, and some people have extraordinarily high levels. Here's evidence of DDT and the risk of diabetes and hypertension. This is hot off the press, January 2022, where again, they looked at the risks of DDT linked to high blood pressure and diabetes. It's not always the food per se, it is the poison sprayed on the food that leads to illness. Here is more information again, where you look at from the Environmental Protection Agency, and I highlighted it at the bottom where they're looking at perchlorate. Again, we test for this. Results. Preliminary results have shown that urinary perchlorate was associated with biological changes related to the innate immune system. That doesn't sound good. And pro-inflammatory markers. That's not good. For example, HDL decreased and both number of monocytes and C-reactive protein were significantly increased in association with urinary perchlorate levels among men. Again, we test for people's perchlorate levels. Here you can see again these organophosphates. We test for all of these in here. There are 40 different contaminants that we test for on the urinary environmental toxin panel, which is why all of my patients get this particular test. You can see that on here at the bottom, we test for atrazine and atrazine mercapturate. And we can see here 2016 that atrazine-induced cardiotoxicity. Now they're talking about the benefits of lycopene, which is found in tomatoes, for example, but they know that atrazine-induced cardiotoxicity, not good. Atrazine is a bad player. You need to know if you're getting poisoned. Here's glyphosate and 3-PBA. Glyphosate, of course, we'll talk about in a second. Check this out about 3-PBA. It's a pyrethroid insecticide, 3 times higher cardiovascular death rate in those people. Again, this is JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association, 2020 data. 3 times higher death rate in the people with the highest level of this particular insecticide, herbicide, pesticide. Here we see more about pulmonary function reduction in older folks when they have that particular poison in their body. Here is Roundup, which is the brand name for what contains several ingredients, but the main one being glyphosate. And glyphosate-based herbicides potently affect cardiovascular system in mammals. 10-page review there. Here we see coronary artery disease and glyphosate in pesticide factory workers, 2017. Cardiovascular damage associated with subchronic exposure to the glyphosate in Worcester rats. This is the glyphosate molecule on the top, and on the bottom right, glycine. You can see that there's a lot of similarity to the two. So really, it's just glyphosate is a glycine amino acid with the phosphonate group added on there. And here's the problem, is that glycine is involved in the formation of glutathione. If glycine is substituted for glyphosate, all bets are off. Glyphosate damages DNA and decreases glutathione levels. That would not be good. Damages DNA and decreases glutathione levels. We talk so often about how important glutathione is for antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, the body's natural chelation system. People with the highest levels of glutathione have the lowest risk of everything, including cardiovascular disease, and glyphosate decreases glutathione levels. Now, if we interfere with glycine, what happens? Well, more glycine equals lower heart attack risk. So we like glycine. We like the real form of glycine, not the substitute glyphosate. Glycine lowers blood pressure. So if your blood pressure is high, maybe you are high in glyphosate, and we need to do something about that. Glyphosate damages mitochondria and creates inflammation, oxidative stress as reactive oxygen species. This is all spelled out very well in a book by my friend, Dr. Stephanie Seneff, MIT researcher, PhD, Toxic Legacy, came out last summer, in the summer of 2021. And then for those of you with atrial fibrillation, concerned about atrial fibrillation, Pesticides and Atrial Fibrillation, 2007, about just a case report about somebody with atrial fibrillation from pesticides. So what I'm here to tell you is no matter what you eat, make it organic. No matter what you eat, make it organic. That is really the super, super key for you. So again, if you like eating ice cream, if you like cookies, if you like cupcakes, if you like pizza, whatever your vice is, if you like coffee like I do, you know, again, here, make it organic. Get the chemicals out of your life. If you want dark chocolate, eat organic dark chocolate. If you want ice cream, get Strauss's free-range, grass-fed organic ice cream. Make your own ice cream. There's so many things we can do. So again, you have all the sugar, all the flavor, all of whatever you enjoy, but the poison is left out of it. Now, some things, for example, if you, I mean, there's, you know, again, if your thing is McDonald's and you say, well, I want a natural McDonald's, there's not, you know, of course you got to go to a free-range grass-fed burger place or make your own. But again, things like chocolate, ice cream, bread, cereal, rice, pasta, whatever it may be, you can do it. You must do it organically, because again, it's very easy for me to say, hey, listen, if you love coffee, you don't have to give up coffee. Just drink organic coffee. Just drink the organic stuff. And that's not a deal breaker. Again, if I tell you to give up coffee, that's a problem for a lot of people. If I tell you to give up sugar, that's a problem for a lot of people. But we don't necessarily need you to give up the sugar. We don't necessarily need you to give up the, give up the, coffee. Again, just do it organically. That is really what the key is. So the pesticides, as we talked about, as I showed you the data right there, it's not conjecture. It's not just a tinfoil hat conspiracy thing. The pesticides, they are harmful to the planet. They are harmful to the crops. They are harmful to the insects and to the birds and to the animals, and they are harmful to the human. Now, one thing that they may do is that these pesticides, how do they cause so much damage on us? Part of it, undoubtedly, is we consume these pesticides. They get into our gut and they destroy our gut microbiome. That is also very clear from the science as well. So this is why, again, why we eat organic food. And even on the best plan, we're still getting exposed. Even the organic food has much less, but still has some levels of pesticides because of contamination from other fields or what's in the air or what's in the water. So we need to make sure that our gut microbiome is as healthy as possible. And of course, that's why we recommend probiotics. Our Heart Helpers probiotic is fantastic. And we also want to test. So I'll show you an opportunity right now if you do want to test here. And let's see here. I can't post a comment to the Facebook group. So maybe, again, my team can. For some reason, I can't post when inside of StreamYard. So it's not letting me post a comment, because again, what we do have is we do have the ability to do this test where we test for the pesticides and we test for other things as well, including plastics and phthalates and parabens and stuff like that. The test is on the Doctors Wolfson website, and the test is called the Vibrant Wellness Environment Toxin Panel. And for those people who are listening today, the discount today, you get 10% discount by ordering this test. It's a urinary test, and the code is Enviro10. Enviro10. Let me see if I can get over into Facebook, and I could put it directly there for everyone who's on and who's listening. I don't see my live right now. Okay. Well, my team will post that for you. Let's see here. Okay. Anyways, so comments that are coming in. So this is the triple toxin panel. Yes, that's there. But again, we also, we can do the standalone where you can order that standalone environmental panel. And if you use the code ENVIRO10, you get 10% off. That is good through midnight tonight. ENVIRO10, but it's not for the triple toxin panel. It is just for the standalone test here. And that is the environmental toxin panel, looking for all the different pesticides that we're talking about today. Again, pesticides, they kill the planet, they kill the bugs, they kill the soil, they kill the plants, and ultimately they kill us, they kill the good bacteria in our system. We showed that glyphosate, DDA, DDT, the pyrethroid insecticides, those are all linked to a higher risk of cardiovascular disease, total body disease, brain disease. You got to get that out. Now, somebody asked about how glyphosate could be high in someone eating an organic diet. That's the problem, is that the air, the water, soils, cross-contamination, that's one thing. And then again, even if you're eating 100% organic, what you think, if you go out for dinner, stuff like that, things creep in that you don't know. Maybe there's some oils that they're using that are non-organic that are getting in. And we're all getting exposed. So that's where, again, the detoxification pathways start to help. So people that are very high in glyphosate, glycine is a good way to push that molecule out. And then, of course, given the fact glyphosate reduces glutathione levels, that's where we do all those glutathione boosters that we recommend. NAC, we recommend CellCore detoxification programs. Again, the best thing I advise anybody to do, get tested. And then when you get tested, it includes a review call with one of the natural heart doctor health coaches, and they can guide you through the program. If everything looks good, hey, keep doing what you're doing. If there are abnormalities, let us help you fix those. And again, when you purchase the test, it includes a free review call with a natural heart doctor coach where they will explain to you all the results and then come up with action steps for you to be able to reduce those levels of exposure. So somebody asked, will insurance pay for these tests? Again, insurance does not cover the test when directly as you purchase the test. You may be able to go back and submit your receipt or invoice for that test to your insurance for reimbursement. I would check with your insurance company. Insurance companies tend to test for the basics. They tend to pay for the basics. They do not cover these tests that really get down to what we need to know. As far as I know, LabCorp Quest, they don't do any testing that looks at pesticide levels in your body, but I would assure you that whatever you invest in that test to get done, it will provide 1,000 times of value as you get those poisons out of your system, because your health will be regained and all the benefits from that. Facebook user, someone said they're on 2 weeks of CellCore so far, so great. Blood pressure. Again, as we remove the toxins from the body, blood pressure normalizes. When you go to your standard medical doctor, your standard cardiologist, they look at you, they see your blood pressure is high, they recommend a pharmaceutical to lower it down. They don't go after the cause. And that's what we do here at Natural Heart Doctor. We go after the cause of cardiovascular disease. And yeah, this is great because it's just a urine test. You order the test, we send it to your home. We collect the first morning urine, you send it in, we get the results a couple weeks later. Free review with a health coach. Now you're on your way. Test, don't guess. You may be getting high levels of exposure, even though you think you're eating the perfect diet. Karen Anderson's on month 4 of CellCore. Congratulations to you, Karen. You're doing wonderful. And this has been fantastic. This is day number 3 of the Happy Heart Month. And hope you're getting fantastic value. Again, I did day 1. Dr. Latanza was day 2, talking about the 2 foods you need to eat, organs and seafood. And then here I am on day 3, talking about no matter what you eat, make it organic. That's the key. I'm all organic. I'm all gluten-free. I don't eat soy. I am the Paleo Cardiologist. That's the way we live our life. I recommend that to you, but at the very least, just go all organic is the ultimate key. So the word of the day today is community. Community is the word of the day. So as that for that, again, make sure that you put that into your notes. Community is the word of the day. And then after you turn that in, after day 28, we'll see that you've been here. We'll see that you collected all the word of the day and as many of the action items as you can. $50 gift certificate for any product at Natural Heart Doctor. And again, 3 lucky winners get the triple toxin test with a review from Dr. Lauren Latanza. All right, check it out. We will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our coaches. This will be Ashley Swanson, our lead nutritional coach. She's going to be talking about the Paleo Pyramid for heart health, and we're going to be renaming that the 100-year heart pyramid. So stay tuned, because that's what we're all about here at Natural Heart Doctor, the 100-year heart. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you all tomorrow. Congratulations that you are on the path to the 100-year heart, and we appreciate you and your support. We'll see you later.